Welcome to This Horse. Hi Jackie, it's great to be back again. Last time we were here to see Lexi, we noticed you'd got an Exmoor pony, and we thought it would be a great opportunity to share the highlights of this wonderful endangered native breed. So tell us about your Exmoor.
So this is Brian. He's also known as Withypool Cricky's Footman. He came from off the moor at Exmoor. We bought him when he was a 2-year-old, and he's just the most fantastic pony. We've had great fun with him. He'd never been touched when we got him, so it was a bit of a challenge, but we got there and it's paid off dividends.
So why did you choose an Exmoor?
We were looking for a pony to ride and drive, and he is absolutely perfect for that job. He's built solidly. In history, they've been driven before and ridden by men as well. A lot of them can't be ridden by men, a lot of other breeds. So he was absolutely perfect for what we were looking for.
And for you and David?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what have you done with him so far?
So far, first challenge was to actually get a hand on him and get a head collar on him. And then we took it very slowly. He got to know us. And from there, he's progressed. We take him out to do in-hand showing. He's done some ridden showing classes and some small working hunter. But our main thing is hacking, and his big thing is driving, which he absolutely loves.
So how easy was it to train him to be driven? I mean, he's still only 6 now, isn't he?
Yes. He was absolutely incredible. We thought it would take an awful long time. David has experience in the past of breaking others to harness. It took us from start to finish 3 weeks.
That's incredible. Yeah, that's brilliant. So tell me a bit more about the herd. You said you actually went to Exmoor.
Yes.
So he came off the moor. Tell us about that, because sometimes they're not off the moor, are they?
Yes. Yes. So the herd is called Herd 23. Belongs to the Milton family. Every October they have a gathering and they bring Exmoors off the moor, and then they decide who they're keeping and then who will be rehomed to new homes, etc. Amongst them was Brian. They were thinking of keeping him as a stallion, and they needed to wait to ensure that his full brother could perform on the moor. Once that was so, then he was available for rehoming.
So, Jackie, you've put us in touch with a friend of yours who's also got Exmoors.
Yes.
So we are going to go off and meet Steph and her Exmoors.
Yes.
And I'd just like to thank you so much for introducing us to Brian. He's a fabulous pony.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
Have fun at Steph's.
We will, thank you very much. Hi Steph.
Hi.
Really nice to meet you.
Oh, yeah,
and thank you for having us here today to meet your lovely Exmoor ponies. Please tell us all about them.
So this is Benedict. I've actually got 3 of my own at the moment. Benedict is 13, 14, I think, this year, and we mainly show with them all. So he's done quite a lot in hand, and the last couple of years has done more of the ridden classes, and he qualified for Horse of the Year show last year, so that was very exciting. He's also ridden by my stepdaughter, so he is also, his main job really is a child's pony, which he does brilliantly, and he's taught her to ride, and they've now started doing a little bit of jumping together, and they go out hacking. So we try and do a bit of everything for him, where I believe that they are better having more rounded, they go out hacking, we take them to the beach, we take them to the downs, so they're not just purely in the school. I believe they get bored if they're in the school too much, going around in circles. So we just have fun with them, and He actually lives out all year round. He doesn't have a stable, this one, and when we went to Hoy's last year, he came in from the field in the morning, and we gave him a bath, put a rug on, put him in the lorry, and off we went to Birmingham. So that suits him. He he maintains his fitness, and I think he looks quite good from being out. And I like to keep them as natural as possible. Where they are, their origins go back to the moor, and they've been kept as wild ponies. I find that trying to keep them out as much as possible really helps them. They're quite cheeky ponies at the best of times, so the more you can keep them out, they seem to be good for their head, and that's what works for us and how we do it with our ponies.
When you're showing them, I suppose there are particular aspects of the pony that the judge will be looking for.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the judge is judging to the breed's standard, which is set by the Exmoor Pony Society. So they are looking, the general height guidance at the moment is about 12.2 for mares and 12.3 for geldings. There are some ponies which are a little bit bigger than that, and that's not incorrect. They all do their own jobs, but generally the judge will be looking for a nice, well put together pony. The Exmoor pony have these classic mealy muzzle and eyes, and they also have this toed eye, which helps keep the rain off their eyes when they're out on the moor in the winter. And then they should have nice good covering over their bodies. They've got, most of them have got decent long manes and tails, so especially for showing, you show them as they are naturally, so you're not allowed to trim them. So you don't trim their tail, so a nice long tail. You don't trim their feathers, and you try and produce them and show them off as much as they would be naturally. So we don't use a lot of products on them. We don't plait them. They're shown with a long mane, and they are shown in their natural state. When you ride them, they should go, they should be workmanlike. So they're not like a flashy show pony. You're not looking for a big movement. You're just looking for a nice active 3 paces, and you want the pony to be taking you forward and to give the jockey a nice ride. And these ponies are bred to go all day across the moor, so the judge wants to see a pony that is fit and is capable of taking somebody across the moor for a day's hunting, and that's comfortable to ride.
Steph, can you explain the other aspect of how they have evolved, if you like, to do with the tail and how that protects them as well in the winter?
The top of the tail should sort of splay out at the top to allow any rain and snow in the winter just to fall off, so that they don't end up with lots of snow sitting on their bottoms. It's just another part of giving them some insulation in the depths of winter when they're up on the moor. So,
Steph, you've brought Bill over now. Very pretty boy. Tell us a little bit about him.
Yeah, so this is Dunkery Hornbill. He comes from a herd that is born on Exmoor, but is actually classed as not moorbred. The farm breeds their ponies on the farm, so it's actually classed as upcountry. He came to me as a 5-year-old, and I broke him, and he's done quite a lot of showing. He's been to the Royal International several times and qualified for Hoy, and done very well. But he also really enjoys his jumping. So we've done quite a lot of working hunter classes, and we've done some dressage, and we've been on some sponsored rides, and he's actually sort of probably done a little bit more in the wider sort of equestrian community, and he always draws attention, and we get a lot of questions, and he's really sort of shown himself to not just Exmoor enthusiasts, to to other people. I remember taking him to dressage at Hickstead once when dressage at Hickstead was still there, and we were warming up with people in tailcoats, and it was quite strange because people were walking around sort of sneakily pointing and taking videos because they were just so pleased to see a pony, you know, out with all the other warm bloods and holding his own. Not that he was only in a prelim, but it was he was there, and really, you know, it sparks up questions about the breed, and it just means that we're able to talk to more people about the breed and what they do and promote it really.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very pretty, isn't he? And he's got quite those distinctive markings.
He has, yes. He's his markings are very distinct and clear, and make him stand out. You know, he is. But you can see again, he's a bit bigger than Benedict is. He stands a little bit taller. And so although he's still obviously an Exmoor, it just shows the variation in shape and size and colouring.
Just tell us a little bit about their personality, because they seem to have a lot of personality.
Yes, they do. They're very cheeky, and they can be very strong-willed. You still get that sort of wild pony still comes out every so often. He does every so often have a mind of his own and likes to escape from his fields, and you often find him suddenly appearing around the corner. His speciality is taking gates off their hinges and removing fence posts and things like that to end up wherever it is he's not supposed to be. So he definitely keeps us entertained, but they're very cheeky, but they're very kind with it as well, and they're just such characters, and I think that's what, you know, draws people to them. There's never a dull day.
It's been great being here today with these Exmoor ponies. They're just beautiful. So until next time, it's goodbye from Ben. And it's goodbye from Bill, and it's goodbye from me and this horse. Goodbye.